Other coin I was going to look at today.
That's cool.
Now this one did catch my attention. Somebody brought it up yesterday. I didn't know a ton about it. I watched some videos on it, and it is affiliated with NEO, which obviously we like. And this is Trinity Network Credit, TNC. I don't know if you're in here. I don't know who brought it up yesterday. But I do own a holding in NEO, and I do stake it for gas as well. And at these price points, I didn't really want to add more because it would just increase my cost basis by so much. So I was kind of looking at some of the projects that we're going to build upon NEO, and this is Trinity Network Credit. Essentially what it is, it's a scaling solution for the NEO network. Trinity Protocol is an off-chain scaling scheme for NEO blockchain. By using state channel technology, Trinity achieves instant private payments for NEO users and further supports NEO dApps. So my kind of comparison to it would be it's a off-chain solution as a micro-scaling payment. So it'd be like similar to an XRP or the Stellar Lumens, to where you're going to be able to send transactions for, you can send $1, it's going to be almost free, it's going to be almost instant, and then it's going to also help scalability for the NEO network because all those transactions aren't going to have to occur on the NEO transactional protocol. So that's kind of what they're striving to do. Got their website over here. Kind of interesting. It's very new, guys, as well, but they do have 2,000 people currently working on the project, spread across development, marketing, and PR, and all this other stuff. So they do have a lot of people working on this project. TNC is the protocol fuel, so kind of like gas is used to run NEO, Ether is used to run the Ethereum platform, TNC is actually used to run the Trinity network, kind of like how Stellar is the protocol and Lumens is the actual token that's used on the protocol. They're kind of doing the same thing, but they're just striving to build it specifically for the NEO platform, which is used, number one, to pay the deposit for the state channel and the cost of fuel requisite for the channel establishment, and number two, to reward the participants in the Trinity network. Trinity's underlying communication layer provides the most fundamental asset flow and micropayments functions, which incurs no extra payment fee to users. So as of now, they're saying every single transaction is going to be completely free. Not the Bitcoin Cash Roger Ver that he says it's completely free and it actually cost you $5, but they're saying actually completely free. For TNC holders, Trinity will from time to time share with them TNC proceeds in mode of interest rate in a bid to motivate more to contribute to the Trinity network development. They didn't go a ton into this. I don't know if they're going to be doing a staking program where you earn 5% on it, or if they're going to do random airdrops to Trinity wallet holders. They don't have details on that yet. But it is nice to see that they do have a plan that you're going to have some residual income coming in, or some more TNC tokens coming in for holding their token. This one's definitely got my attention, guys. It's still very preliminary, but if you guys didn't know, NEO DevCon has been going on yesterday and today. NEO had a lot of good news, a lot of good meetings, and I believe tonight Trinity is doing their own, they're hosting their own conference, and they're doing a meetup at the NEO DevCon so that all the developers from each team can kind of get together, brainstorm, and see what's going on, as well as spread the word about Trinity as a side chain of NEO. The only downside I really had to this, they have the check mark for usefulness, reason. They're going to be built on NEO, which I like. They have 2,000 people working on the project, but the only downside is their white paper is still a draft. I mean, so that kind of tells you that the platform isn't exactly ready for use. They don't even have a working white paper right now. I know they do have a beta testnet available that people are working on. So really it just depends whether they can follow through with what they're saying. Now, if NEO has agreed to bring them into the NEO DevCon and is associating with them and said, yeah, come on in, we'll do this, I mean, that leads me to believe that NEO believes that these guys can follow through with what they're doing. And if you have 2,000 people that have friends and family and they got to support them, I think they're not going to work on a project that they don't believe is going to happen. Obviously, they did do an ICO. They called it a public donation because since they're in China, ICO is kind of a taboo word, kind of illegal for compliance reasons. So they did a public donation offering to where people donated in order to get this token back in return. So we'll see what kind of happens with this. We'll see if Todd's got a chart over there. It's probably not much history since it was ICO phase. But I would definitely come over to their website, check out their Twitter, get some information. And if they can partner up with NEO, NEO's only going up, guys. I really like it for the long term. I think hopping on the Trinity network credit bandwagon might be a good option. You can get in early and maybe see some really good returns. A lot of people were talking $5, $10 by the end of 2018. I'm not going to say that on record because that is like, what, 40x returns. But I mean, we talk about 10 bangers over here. I think this has a very good opportunity to become a 10 banger if Neo keeps doing what it's doing.